Guys, before we really get into it, I just want to go ahead and say this right here. You guys know me, and you guys know these update videos. They sometimes can get a little bit all over the place, but please, guys, I ask you stick around for the full bit, because obviously the plan going into 2025 is they have 3 channels created, each for different ones. At the very, very end, you guys will obviously get exactly the information that we're going at, but of course I got to give you the convoluted story of how it was that I came to the conclusion or came to the decision that I had made. So make sure you guys please stick around for the full bit. Merry Christmas. Please stick around. Let me explain what's going on and what's going to happen in 2025, and let's go ahead and dive into it.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass. Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. We are almost done with 2024, and of course, I got to give you guys a video with updates, and I need to go ahead and tell you guys right now that the reason why I'm releasing this video at 12 o'clock is because, well, it's probably the video that stands the best chance of actually going up the algorithm. So still make sure you guys please hit the like button and stuff so that way other subscribers are notified, because YouTube has a tendency to not notify subscribers of videos being released, especially on my channel having a smaller channel. But obviously we're here to make this thing grow here in the future, and obviously we got content to talk about and what's going to be happening in 2025. But I do need to do a bit of a look back on 2024 too. Also, please cut the notifications also, that way you guys are notified when videos come out, and let us go ahead and get into it. So, like I said before, Merry Christmas to everybody out there, but of course, I got to tell you guys what's new, what's going on, and what's going to be happening in 2024. So with that right there out of the way, let's go ahead and do that. Now, for starters, I did tell you this video was going to come out at 12 o'clock. It's going to come out at noon. Now, there's going to be another video that comes out at about 4 or 5 o'clock. It's going to be the video on, well, here's a thumbnail right here. It's going to be about the Democrats choosing to invest into one of the leftist streamers out there who actually turned off voters this past election cycle. It's going to be absolutely hilarious to see. There may be a third video released tomorrow on the situation in Aurora, Colorado, because the Venezuelan gang members got arrested. I finally got a hold of that story today, and I'm going to be releasing probably 2 videos over the weekend, maybe 3 if you count Monday. I'm not entirely sure, but this way won't be the last video to close out the year. As a matter of fact, I'll probably just take a week off and come back on December the 30th or December the 31st. Not entirely sure how that's going to work, but what I do know how what's going to work is exactly how this content's going to work going into 2025. So first and foremost, we're going back to the channel's roots. We're going to go back and start talking more about sports, and also to go on top of that, I'm also going to be bringing in a lot more pop culture takes, movies, stuff like that there. The stuff that we deal with in entertainment that helps create the nuttiness that we're dealing with, and of course I'm here to call that out. Now, I've decided to split the media criticism portion off to a third channel, and I'll be giving you guys the reason why that is the case here in a second. But the second channel, my pet channel, which I've not posted too much to, which of course I'll be posting to probably on Monday to give everybody a Merry Christmas to those who are just subscribed to Gear 33 and not subscribed here to the John Claymore channel. Gear 33, I'm probably going to rename the Krusty Ole Vet. As a matter of fact, I've considered renaming this channel the Krusty Ole Vet as well, or Krusty Ole Millennial. It's like Krusty Ole Millennial with John Claymore, or I've thought about Nihilistic Perspectives with John Claymore, or Nihilistic Mendacity, Nihilistic, basically whatever helps out in the search engine, because there's one of the problems that the channel is having. Like an idiot, I decided to choose John Claymore when obviously my real name is not John. We'll get to that here in a second, because I always tell you guys what my real name is, especially if you're new subscribers. But still, though, the point is this right here. Obviously, some things are going to be adjusted going into 2025. The Krusty Ole Vet Gear Issue 33 is a military movie reviews channel, and of course, it's also going to be dabbling in military history as well. As a matter of fact, you guys are seeing some end cards here in the corner. Those are videos that are going to be placed in the description box as well as the comment section. And of course, I would like you guys to go check those out. Please listen to them. Please watch them, whatever. Please hit the like button on those videos as well. Please subscribe there, so that way we continue to make this program grow. Now, the problem that I've had is, of course, as most of you guys know, my head is completely, totally convoluted. I'm a bit of a journalist. I know a little bit about everything, but of course, I know some, let's just say, more things about some things than others. Like, for example, I've considered creating just a strict sports channel. And of course, if I was to do that, I would do that there covering basically a team rather than the entire sport. At the point, I'm a Braves fan, so in the near future, I may create an Atlanta Braves-centric channel. It would only be about 5 or 6 minutes per video per day. It would almost be like the Brave Minutes, and I might even start doing live streams over there. I haven't started doing live streams over here because the channel size with it being as small as it is, when YouTube notifies, or when you do a live stream, YouTube only notifies just a few of your subs. And I know based upon the age demographic of the channel, you guys might not have time for that, but still let me know in the comments if you want me to do that in the near future. So basically, what's going to be happening here on Claymore is that we're going to be going back to sports media criticism, and of course also to go on top of that, pop culture. And I'm going to be throwing out some test videos from time to time. Like, for example, there's this recent report that came out about the NBA and the NBA ratings being down so bad. That's going to be a video that's going to be viewed like a bit of a test video. Like, you would probably get the normal type videos that I release on like Monday and Tuesday, but then you'll get a slightly more longer formed video that's almost like an essay or a reaction, like on Tuesday, and then one on Thursday. The idea, of course, is to bring the content back to about 9 videos per week, possibly 10. But there is something else that I tinker with, and I want you guys to please tell me in the comment section, because I can afford to do this with the channel being small. I'm really considering doing videos on certain films, video games, stories that are prominent in our society today, like they were a warning. Like, say, for example, the Metal Gear Solid series. That right there was a warning. Metal Gear Solid 2, warned us about censorship. The Last of Us, that franchise there, how it is that it basically stuff that actually warns about political situation, disillusion. Movies, stuff like, say, Children of Men, Snowpiercer, films like that there. I'm highly considering doing that going into next year. If it was to do that, I would phase the videos in. As a matter of fact, I originally wanted to do this in 2024, but as you guys already know, 1 surgery, 2 surgeries, yeah. And of course, we have a 3rd surgery coming up in late January. But because I'm already monetized, because of all that stuff there, I want to have a little bit more fun here on this channel. Now that the election's over with, and of course I'm not as stressed out, and of course I already know that there's going to be another surgery, and there's going to be a recovery time, because the surgery that I have next year is going to be on my leg, which I'm going to go ahead and explain now before I talk about channel number 3. Now, the month of January, I'm going to be releasing content exactly the way I am now. Hopefully I can have a couple of videos out that will be released while I'm in the hospital. So I'm going to be getting an operation, a bypass on my left leg. It was my right leg that was the problem. It's funny, you go into the doctor to get an issue taken care of, and then you find out that there's a lot of other crap going on that's actually killing you besides that one thing. And doctors are like, well, you've been living with it for this long, so, you know, you've got time. We'll get to that a little bit later. Our immediate concern is the carotid artery. Oh, you're like 90% stenosis. Oh, yeah, you've also got an aneurysm in your left leg, so we need to take care of that first before your left leg becomes like your right leg. The leg surgery is probably going to force me to be in the hospital from the 28th to like the 30th, maybe the 31st, maybe a day less. I'm not entirely sure, but the normal time I'm expecting to stay roughly a couple of days. So therefore, obviously, I'm going to need to have some content out there. And the biggest factor in my decision making for 2025 is what YouTube did to this channel. So right now I'm showing you guys some stuff in my analytics feed. I don't know if you noticed it or not, if you're looking at it, but when the channel got to about June, first of all, the views were already down after having the views up to end 2023. The election, and of course, I know more and more media criticisms that probably weren't the best in the world. And obviously, I got to go through and rework the channel because I got to recreate playlists and stuff. The channel took a significant dip. Now, the surgeries is not the reason why it was the case. I had videos ready to go when I got back, but still the point is this right here. And there was also that community guideline strike that I got back in September that YouTube actually undid after costing me 4 days of content where I was actually beginning to get the momentum back. And then YouTube laid probably the dumbest community guideline strike they've ever laid on somebody, especially given the fact that normally they would do these community guideline strikes when the video is released. And now that they have a screening process to screen your videos and you can release them days out in advance, they should have already picked up on it, and they should have already said that they wouldn't post it. But once again, though, this is grievous performance crap. Let me get back on topic. The main reason why this is the case is because of my health. The videos are going to be shorter, or those videos that I plan on doing, the daily videos, are going to be shorter, probably 15 to 20 minutes. They're probably going to be more focused on my true expertise, which is sports, film, and stuff. And it's easier to get those videos out, but because of my health situation, it's going to require me to work out a lot more, to take more walks, change things in my diet, which I've already kind of sort of already done, but I need to kind of keep it up. And obviously there's some more habits that need to be quit, and to go on top of that, I need to be reading a lot more books, a lot more content. I don't spend much time during the day reading. I spend more time during the day really hooked to the media, because that right there is what this channel is a media reaction, culture-driven media criticism channel. Before, I was working a job when I was posting more sports stuff, and I could afford to make the shorter videos, get them out at a higher rate. Nowadays, it's almost like I've got a lot of time on my hands, but of course, that time is consuming media and over the stories, and I'm trying to write things out and stuff, when in reality, what I need to be doing is doing a lot more reading. The way I think about it is that, yes, I'm putting in a lot more work, but the work is necessary to bring out better content, which is where I would like to take this channel out in the future, is much, much more fun stuff. Talk about movies, films, the message, what they were trying to get across, the actual lesson, that type of stuff there. And of course, back to sports and overall culture, which brings me to the third channel. Now, one thing that's going to be dropped is media criticism, not so much in the sense that I'm just not going to talk about the media anymore. The channel is still very, very much a media-driven channel, because it's a media criticism channel, but more from the perspective of culture. What happened this year is a lot more political takes got released, and politics, quite frankly, is mind-numbing and boring, and quite frankly, it's pretty daggone divisive. I mean, shit, I've probably lost viewers based off politics alone, but still, though, there's going to be a third channel that's going to be created more for that. However, it's not going to be a pure criticism channel in the sense that it's media criticism. Let me put it this way here. One of the topics that I enjoy discussing is history, and I enjoy discussing crimes, incidents, certain things that have happened over time. And I originally wanted to incorporate this stuff into this channel here, but the more and more I look at my analytics, the more and more I realize that while this right is my main channel, I don't want my main channel to become a drag. I want it to actually become fun. And not to mention, a lot of the videos that I'm going to be releasing, they're quote-unquote test videos, I'm not going to be getting rid of them or deleting them. They're going to be going right into the hard drive, and if something was to happen, I would just create another channel and release them there. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, you want to have fun at what it is that you do for a living. And what I'm doing for a living is obviously YouTube. So the third channel is going to be more along the lines of how we got here through certain crimes. Like, for example, let me give you an example. Bernard Goetz, the subway shooter in New York. If you actually look into that case and you look at how the media was treating it, and you look at all the race baiters involved, yes, you would have an idea of why it is our mainstream media is the way that it is. A lot of these, by the way, will be New York City, Chicago-based crimes. This may even include some old crimes, like, say, mobsters, stuff like that, whether how it was portrayed in the media, and, of course, also the history behind it. Incidents and mysteries, I may split up at a later date, but basically the point is this right here. I'm going to be a very, very busy person. However, before I get fully busy, I need to be doing a lot more during the day as far as actual content creation to make better videos for you, and also more research. That right there is the direction that we're going to be going into. And I would expect the change to start sometime in February or March of 2025. I'll be going back over this probably to start the year, especially in the New Year's video, but I would expect that to occur then, because basically what happened here was I was supposed to do it, but then, of course, the health situation happened, and, of course, I was preoccupied dealing with doctors, media, all that type of stuff. 2024 was some kind of year for me, is all I got to say. I don't think I've ever been this busy as far as dealing with multiple things that I probably shouldn't be dealing with at the time, which, of course, was some self-inflicted. Probably not since maybe 2006, 2007, when I got back home from my second deployment in Iraq, and then got back home my last year when I was in the Marine Corps, which actually ended up being probably one of the most hectic years of my life. I mean, guys, the channel was originally created out of boredom, and I did expect to get monetized. I didn't realize it was going to take as long as it did, but also to go on top of that, I've also been through algorithmic changes, algorithmic shifts, stuff like that there, and, just saying that I could put out better content and do better and do right by you guys, which is exactly what I've been trying to do, but now I think I have the full know-how on how to actually do it going into 2025. Now, I remember before I made this video, I remember having a conversation 2 weeks ago with somebody that I know very close. They said that, you probably shouldn't, no. I should tell you guys exactly what's going on. That right there is what a responsible content creator does. They tell you exactly what's happening. And because the channel is small the way it is, and I do plan on making it grow, and of course, obviously, I've made some mistakes that's kept it from growing, the way I look at it now is that this right here is the time to actually start putting everything into it. I'm not somebody who just gives up very, very easily, and of course, I've got a lot more time on my hands. However, the time on my hands has been about actually relying on the media and seeing what's going on, rather than actually putting in the type of work that I really and truly want to do, which is also the type of work that you guys probably would want to see. So think about this way here. In 2025, it's going to be like this right here. Gear issue 33, military film reviews, essays, military history, basic history, small little things. This channel right here is going to be focused primarily on culture, warnings, things of that nature there. What was the point? What was the purpose? And channel number 3, which I'll have more information for you guys on at the very beginning of the year, which, by the way, I'll leave a link for you guys to subscribe to in the comment section, but they won't be putting any content there because it's algorithmic death to do that. That one right there will be based more upon how it is that we got here, how it is that we got to this situation in our society, history, that type of stuff there, and, of course, even the occasional mystery. Still, though, make sure you guys please hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, sound off in the comments. I want to hear what you guys have got to say. I know it's a bit of a slog to get through, but still make sure you guys do so. And one last thing, most importantly, Merry Christmas. We'll be going on break. I'll be going on break after next Monday, officially for sure. More content's coming out. There'll be a video coming out at 4 o'clock. This video will also be placed in the comment section of that video there too. So make sure you guys check that video out, and I'll see you guys later.